Welcome, welcome, Phoenixes. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me in this labor of love. Always my pleasure. I've been taking you on this journey about really understanding yourself, understanding your mind, understanding, really taking the steps, understanding the steps that it takes, which is a lot about looking within, really wakening up and asking yourself the questions, getting in touch with yourself and with what you want. And we're talking about as the months progress, the seasons change, right? Really staying into those themes and what we really reap, right? And what we get to sow as the spring and the summer are coming, and what we really get, what we have planted, so it's time to bloom, right? And the time that it is now, right? So that's what it's all about. And so today we're talking about reaping what you sow, and 3 keys to exponential growth, 3 keys to really making exponential growth possible. And in order to talk a little bit about that, I wanted to talk about just even manifestation, the power of intention, right? Because when we plant our seeds, we want to make sure that we're putting intention into what we are planting. That's why all the work of really figuring out what you want to change in your life, how can you make it practical, all of that is in order to really grow into being confident, into knowing what you want, what makes you happy, what you need, what boundaries you need to set, your limitations, what's important in your life, and how you can create the reality around you in your relationships, in your career, in your finances, in your health, physical health, mental health, the changes that you can make to really achieve these goals. And so we go through all of that, and we're here talking about the power of intention. It's really simple. Cause and effect, the universal laws of harmony, of attraction, of creation. It takes intention, belief, and action in order to materialize our dreams into the world. And that's very simply put, but guys, hey, it's that simple. All we have to do is learn how to control our minds and use it as a tool that it is meant to be, to get us to do what we need to in order to achieve and accomplish what we desire. Okay, again, simple, right? Simply said. But all those tetherings, all those things, all those blockages that get in the way from traumas, from distorted thinking, distorted ways of seeing ourselves, seeing others, what we contribute, seeing our capacity and everything that we learn, right? All of those things really get clouded in our minds. But we do have the power to choose. And when we awaken to that power, and we use that power of intention in what we're planting and what we're materializing, then it changes the game. Now, this is about exponential growth and the transformation, the transition, the metamorphosis, right? The part that goes in between when you're in the middle, getting from one phase to the other. And that's a very awkward stage, let me tell you. It's very awkward indeed. And I'll be sharing a lot more about that. But today it's about growth and what it needs in order to have exponential growth, meaning growth that really comes out of a shift, a switch, that it just opens up the door for it. Okay? And so the 3 keys, here they are number 1, you have to nurture it. You have to water it. And nurturing and watering means doing it in so many different ways. Take precision, attention, compassion, intention. Doing it in so many ways to nurture it. Talking about it, holding yourself accountable, dreaming about it, seeing it, becoming, acting, speaking, being what and embodying what it means to be that person you want to become, to be what it's like to live the lifestyle that you want to have. Really being able to nurture it all around, and the things that you hear, right? The 5 senses, things that you hear, the things that you see, the things that you taste, the things that you feel, right? The things that you smell, being able to embody more of the kind of life that you want, the kind of person you want, right? In doing so, right? Number 2 is patience. Of course it's patience. Of course it's an entire process, and you're transforming, and parts of you, these old scripts that keep tearing at your seams and keep trying to pull you back, and you're conscious, but how do you change it? How do you make this happen? Just working hard towards something every day, feeling like you're spinning your wheels, but really having the patience to let it grow to allow it to grow. You see, things take time to sprout, to germinate, right? And be able to grow into what they need to be. And we need to grow in the same ways to become either mentally strong enough, or our perspective needs to be in the right place, or habits need to be correct in order to fulfill whatever it is that we want to, right? In whatever role or capacity. So having the intention to really sit there and be patient with it, but be consistent and focus and not give up. Even if you slip, even if you fall, not give up. To be patient, to be graceful with yourself. And I've talked a lot about that, right? How to give yourself grace, how to love yourself unconditionally in order to go through the growing pains, right? Number 3, consistency, flow. Being consistent and loyal to your commitment. Being there no matter what. And I want to share this story about the Chinese bamboo. See, the Chinese bamboo in a bamboo forest, if you've ever seen it, they're like 40,000 feet in the air. That number, I'm sure, can be slightly off or correct or on the money. But Chinese bamboo takes years and no sign of growth out of the ground. It could be up to 5 years where a bamboo shoot still hasn't really bloomed, so to speak, right? It's not really blooming that they do. But then all of a sudden, after 5 years or so or more, it could be up to 20 years, the bamboo goes 40,000 feet in the air. And if you would have given up, if you would have tended to it, if you would have forgotten about it, that bamboo wouldn't have grown to be as big as it ends up being. You have to stick through it, and you have to believe it, and you have to give it your all, and you have to become. You have to become with your habits, what you seek, the life you seek to have with your habits. How much you want to travel? How much are you putting away in savings in order to travel? Right? You want better health? What are you doing for your health to be better on a regular basis? You're feeling exhausted and fatigued all the time. What time are you taking for yourself? Right? You're feeling alone. What's going on with your choices? You know, whatever the area is, you got to delve into it. You got to figure out where are the blockages. And you got to dig in deep. And there's a lot more work that can happen here. I mean, I'll give you here for the 3 keys of exponential growth: to nurture it and water it, to have patience, and to be consistent in your flow, to be dedicated to what you want to see, to become, to take action, to know that it takes time in order to achieve it, in order for it to materialize. But it is your intention, it is your belief, it is your actions that will determine your patience and your consistency. Okay, and your belief in it that will really determine how it goes, because natural laws of cause and effect. So now all that digging in deep that has to do, right? All to really cure and heal and mend the roots so you can grow into the beautiful tree that you are, right? That's the work that you and I can do. And we can really get to the bottom of these things and really revive these roots and reconstruct these roots in the ways that are necessary and align to the life that you want and the belief that you can have and that need to have in yourself. So you already know, guys. Thank you for joining me once again. It is my highest hope that you find value in these tips and these tools, inspiration and motivation, and may it propel you forward to your highest self and purpose. And as always, you know, I'm here to inspire, I'm here to motivate, I'm here to get down and dirty with you, to get to the nitty-gritty and really scrape out and reconstruct these and heal these wounds that need to, for you to be your best self, for you to be your highest self. And it starts with the love that you have for yourself and being able to get to that. So, you know, together we rise, y'all. Thank you for coming out.